Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be testing out the new Essence Jurassic World collection. They came out with a new limited edition and it has all to do with the new Jurassic World movie, so let's get right into it. So I just picked up a few pieces because a lot of the things in this collection did really look like merch, like a necklace. I don't know if I need that. So I really picked up the things that I thought would be interesting makeup wise. First up, I got one of the brushes. This one is the highlighter brush and it has the embossing or the print of the Jurassic World movie all around it at the base. It looks pretty cool with that kind of fade from pink to kind of orangey yellow. I thought this looked pretty cute. A bit big to be a highlighter brush maybe, but it looked to me like a really good blush brush for if you have a pretty small face, which I have. I have a pretty small area to work with here, so I thought this would be a nice one to try for that, to try for blush. But today I'm gonna use it for highlighter because I want to test it out the way it is meant. So I thought this blush was pretty cute. There was another brush in the collection, don't remember exactly what it was for. I think maybe a powder or a blush brush, but this one seemed like it would actually add something to my collection. Then we also have the eyeshadow palette. This is the Jurassic World eyeshadow palette in Have a Rawsome Day. Pretty funny name. And this once again also has that pink to orangey and red, or yeah, it's more like pink to pink and orange fade on here. And then the color story of this I think actually looks pretty interesting. It's like a neutral palette with a twist, with some colors in there as well. It's pretty grungy. I love the pop of green over here, and then we have a pink and this mustardy yellow. I think this looks pretty cool and I really want to see how I can combine these colors into a look and if it's actually good quality. Then we also have the highlighter. This one is called Extra Crispy. I don't know exactly what that means. It's been a while since I saw the Jurassic World movie that I saw. I think I only saw the first one. I'm not entirely sure. I saw some bits and pieces. Don't remember if I saw the whole movie, but this is kind of like a champagne, but it has a pretty cool tone pink undertone to it. It looks pretty similar to my skin tone. I think it's gonna be quite pretty. I already swatched it. This one also has a pretty cool embossing with the roar. I think that's pretty funny. I think this is gonna be a pretty highlighter. So I'm gonna do a look with the eyeshadow palette and I'm gonna apply the highlighter. I already did basically everything else except for her lip. I didn't think about that, but we're just gonna see what's gonna work with the eyeshadow. Let's get into the look. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit. I don't exactly know what I want to do because there are so many options, so many things that I could do, but I think I'm first gonna go in with this kind of mustardy brown shade. I want to see how that works. It's kind of like a base for the look. Just want to get a bit of a feel for the mattes and the shimmers in this palette. I still have a little bit of eczema on my eyelids, so that's like an extra test for these eyeshadows if they blend well on top of it. But this is looking really nice. This is actually looking really good. That was pretty effortless. So I'm gonna do the same over here. If everything in this palette works as well as this one, this is gonna be a pretty quick and effortless look. A pretty quick video. Okay, I like the way that looks. That's a pretty matte. I mean, it is pretty neutral. It's not a really interesting color, but at the same time, I really love how this looks. Okay, I'm gonna grab a different brush and I think I wanna see how it works if I deepen out the outer corner with this shade. These shades don't really have names, I think. They just have numbers, so shade number 3. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of a precise brush. Sometimes this brush is a little bit too precise, so I'm gonna see if this works. Otherwise, I will grab something else. But this is a pretty greenish shade. Kind of like an army green. That actually looks really cool. I am quite impressed so far. But it often happens with Essence and Catrice that somewhere along the way I will find some dots. So I hope all the shades are gonna be nice, because those dots, if I have an eyeshadow palette that has 8 shades and there are 2 dots, that makes me not want to reach for it as much. But this is starting to look pretty cool. I feel like these shades blend together quite well. I really like it so far. Okay, I'm gonna go back over with the first brush, kind of blending this. I don't want to blend it too much. I feel like it's looking a bit softer right now. Should I add a little bit more? Just adding a little bit more in the outer corner. And now actually I kind of want to try this orangey shade. I really like the look of that one. It seems a bit like a satin, but it's really like this kind of burnt orangey thing. So I'm just gonna apply that over here and see how that works out. Interesting. It is pretty satin, but it does have pigment. I think I'm gonna have to go over with the greeny shade in a bit. I'm just gonna take the brush that I just used for the greeny shade, and I'm gonna go back in to get some of that back to kind of blend it all in together. Okay, I really like how this looks so far. I'm gonna go into this shade over here. It's kind of like a mustardy gold, and I want to see how that works. Okay, that's pretty nice and shiny. Just gonna blend it into the orange. I am slightly obsessed with this look and this combination of shades. I think it looks so cool. So cool. Okay, now for the inner corner, I think I want to go into the green and see how that looks. Let me see what brush I want to use. So this is kind of like a duochrome. Okay, that looks nice. Quite a vibrant green. Just kind of blending it like this. Okay, I really like how that lights up the inner corner. Now I think I'm just gonna use this shade, the deepest shade, the greeny one. I'm gonna use that on my lower lash line. This is gonna be like the shortest video I've ever done, because this is such a quick and easy look. Everything is working well. Just smoking out the lower lash line, but not too much. Can be pretty precise with this shade, and it sticks well to the lower lash line. It isn't blotchy, it isn't losing its pigment because I don't have any eye primer there. Okay, now I want to use, I haven't used the pink, but I don't think I'm gonna be using the pink, but I do want to use a little bit of the yellow, and maybe I will put a little bit of this one on top, but I don't know. I'll have to see how this works out. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the matte yellow and just add a pop. That looks pretty good. It's quite pigmented. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it's quite a pigmented yellow. And I think with a primer underneath, that this is gonna be a pretty good shade. Alright. I am first gonna put on the highlighter, and then I'm gonna finish the look and come back and share my thoughts. So first the highlighter. I'm just gonna grab a D brush and go into this a little bit. Let's see how this goes. It's a little bit of a big brush for my highlight, but I can definitely see people using this for a more diffused highlighted look. Now it's not as precise, so then it also is nice and shiny, but not extremely blinding. It's more natural, of a natural application. I actually really like this highlighter. It's nice and natural, nice and glowy. It's a pretty shade. That's really nice. I'm impressed. Okay, doing the same over here. It's just that this brush makes it a little bit difficult for me, but I do like the brush. It's nice and soft. It works well. So I think actually for blush that this is gonna be like such an amazing brush for me. I can really see myself applying blush with this. I'd almost buy another one because it feels really, really nice. And it's so hard to find a blush brush for me. It's so hard. Okay, I really like this highlighter. I hope it kind of comes across on camera, but it looks really cute. This is such a pretty highlighter. I really like it. Okay, now I'm gonna finish my makeup and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look and I am obsessed. I love this look. I did not expect to like this collection this much. I even thought I wasn't gonna buy this at all. I saw this online. I was like, it's probably just okay. I probably don't need it. And then I saw it in store and I took a look. I was like, you know what? I'm here. I'm in the store. I can just see that it looks pretty cute. Let's just do a look. Let's just do a video. Who knows? Maybe I'll like it. Even though I'm a bit late. I feel like there are already videos out about this. But now I'm so happy that I changed my mind because this eyeshadow palette, wow, I don't even know how to talk anymore. This color story is so inspiring to me. I just love how this eye look came out. I love the quality of all the shades that I used. I didn't try these two shades, but all the other shades, they all together made for such a beautiful grungy, inspiring look. This is such an interesting palette to me and I am just so happy with how this came out. And this shade is just so good. It's so easy to blend. It is so nice. And this yellow is also really nice and pigmented. I am really impressed. I think this might be my favorite eyeshadow palette I've ever tried from Essence. This quality is on point, but I think the thing that really gets me is this color story and the fact that that deep matte works so well. And this everything just works well together. I'd say this is definitely worth it. It's like €7. If you like grungy tones, you might want to check this out. I really love how my eye look looks. Then this brush, it's really nice and soft. I love the shape. It's a bit big for me to apply highlighter, but I think this is going to be amazing for blush. Can't wait to use this more. I really like it. It doesn't feel that cheap at all. It feels pretty nice and soft for sure. And then the highlighter, I think it looks really pretty. I love this shade. It is like a champagne, but it's a little bit more interesting because it has that cool kind of pinky undertone that I really love. And it just looks very smooth and glowy and quite natural on the cheeks. It doesn't lay on top. It really blends in. I am so impressed. I would highly recommend this collection. I would highly recommend checking it out. It is so affordable, but so cute. I can't wait to use this makeup more. Okay, so this is gonna be everything for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe. And also let me know if you picked up anything from this collection or are you planning to. And then I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.